Come on in here. Yeah, what's up? As you can see on the screen, uh, we're going to be talking about social dilemma. I hope you guys checked it out. Ayo was telling you guys to check it out over on his Patreon all week through videos, IG live, everywhere. It's been all over my IG. He told you guys to watch it so you can understand what we're going to be talking about in the show today. Social dilemma. Let me. Has anybody seen this? Normally, I would be playing videos right now, but y'all, it didn't allow me to drop no videos in here. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it came out 2020. How many times have you watched it since last year, since it came out last year? Watch it start letting me to upload the shit. Can't even do it no more. Okay. Okay. So you said you watched it once, right? In that one watch, were you able to retain all the information? This type of stuff is the type of stuff that I like to talk about. You know, all that Karen Civil shit and giving a fuck about what anybody live like or look like. Could care less. This is the kind of shit I like to talk about. And this is the kind of stuff me and Ayo have discussed before. Sheesh, that computer is far away. I can't see y'all's comments. Hold on. All right, hold on. Y'all can hear me just fine, right? I know I might sound a little low because I sound a little low. So hold on. It's on YouTube for free. Well, it's on Netflix. I mean, everybody has somebody who knows or has a Netflix account. So it being on YouTube for free is kind of like Netflix is damn near free at this point. Jay Sean, to me, it made perfect sense. It's like how Facebook and IG feed shows you what you like first. No, it don't. See, that's why that's why I was asking you how many times you really checked it out. But yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah, you gotta in this type of situation, you gotta keep going and going and going back over it and over it. But you know, I know people don't really have the and this is not a knock, they don't really have the capacity to say, oh, I want to watch it again and watch it again and see what they how they're breaking it down or what else I can pick up from it. You know, so I mean, if you moved on after the one time watching it, then that's cool too. But I wanted to the reason I didn't even think Ayo would want to talk about this, but we I asked him if he ever watched it, and he told me no. So I told him, yeah, go back. You need to check this out, And after he checked it out, or wanted to check it out, he wanted to start talking about it. I'm cool with talking about it because this is the kind of shit I like to talk about. Well, there you have it. So, the social dilemma is basically just that. So in the documentary, they're basically telling you how bad social media is, right? And of course, the one thing that I have to say at the top of the video, and I'll keep reiterating it throughout the video, is that you have to remember everything you see is a production. It is a production. So even as they're feeding you information in this documentary, remember they had to produce it. So they had to leave stuff on the cutting room floor. People know they were going to be on camera, so they had, they didn't let it all hang out. They let some of it hang out. So remember, everything you see is a production. So you do have to you have to take stuff in more than once because you can't just feel as if like, oh, I'm a vacuum and I know everything I have to. Even with a vacuum, like a literal vacuum, you're not going to get every crumb every time. You'll have to roll over that spot 3 or 4 times and then you'll get everything.
Very good analogy right there. That's a good.
Yeah, what's up, Ayo?
Oh, not yeah, man. I'm right here on the scene. I'm right here. I'm right
There you go. But yeah, so it's so as I watch this, I'm probably on my sixth watch now. Um and it finally broke down and say the social what the even the title meant. Cause okay, yeah, social dilemma, okay. But what they're
here.
saying in the title is you have the dilemma from the internet being a beautiful place and also actual human interaction being a beautiful thing.
Mm.
And it's where do you want to stand? If you feel like this is more important, then this becomes, the human interaction becomes less important and you're
Mm.
actually isolated. If
Mm.
this feels, if the actual human interaction feels better to you, then social media means nothing and you're not in that world. So you're not in the know. You're not quote unquote smart, trending, keeping up with what's hot. So
Or
that's the beautiful social dilemma behind the title.
yes, yeah, yeah. The balance of it. I feel like if you're not online, like we were just talking about when they took that live down on Instagram when we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
um how the kids are doing it's a new trend now that they're doing where they're it's called the lick challenge where you just
Yeah,
go and
the
see a well
deployable licks, which is
yeah yeah what is it called
deployable
uh
licks.
deplorable
Yeah, deployable.
yeah yeah so they they go and steal stuff and I told D I said if if a motherfucker miss this part they're gonna be so confused in the future because they're gonna be wondering how the fuck did we get to the point where kids are recording themselves shitting in their hand and throwing it at fucking innocent bystanders. You know what I'm saying? But this was where it took that turn. It probably took that turn during the fucking maybe it was a mannequin challenge or the fucking whatever challenge. You know what I'm saying? But now, if you miss this part and you get offline for 10 years, when you just go out and see kids walking like fucking zombies, you won't even know what the fuck is going on. So you do have to have some type of internet understanding so that you are in, like you said, in the know and you know what the fuck is going on around you. If you weren't in the know, um, you might be wondering if you were just off the grid and you rolled through a Minnesota town or a Missouri town and they were going through a protest for some reason, you wouldn't know what the fuck is going on. So, and I think that they kind of showed that in the movie at the end when it's like it's so much shit going on outside that it's like inevitable to come and hit you wherever you are, and you'll accidentally come into contact with what you're seeing online. So yeah, that shit was heavy.
Yeah, even on that part though. Um yeah, you yeah, that cuz that's all the way at the end, but
That
you know what the it wasn't allowing me to upload videos in here today, which is weird. Cuz when when you go to talk about ratchet shit, allow you to upload all kind of ratchetness, but when you're about
that
to
is
get serious about
real
something
talk.
as deep as this, then it's like, oh nope, just some reason it's just buffering the whole time, all of
Yeah,
a sudden,
and
um
go ahead.
nah, go ahead.
You know what it really in this podcast podcast in this documentary, uh what they uh what they showed was that if I believe in flat earth, if I believe in flat earth, then the only stuff that I will get on my timeline is stuff that um is stuff that goes with that idea. They won't
Mm-hmm.
show me anything that goes against that idea.
Exactly.
So I will be thinking that was real big. That was
Yeah,
real big.
the whole from start to finish, it's a really deep documentary. That's why I said I watched it. I asked when I first came in, I asked how many times have people watched it, and because you're not going to retain all this information in one watch. You're not going to understand
Oh,
all this information in one watch. Like I
oh,
said, I've watched it 6 times and keep catching new shit. Like it took me 6 times to watch it to even understand the title. That's how
mm,
deep it is. You get what I'm
mm.
saying? To understand just the title. So the part right there in the beginning is that they said it's about 20 to 35-year-old white man that control 2 billion people on earth.
Mm.
So it just, when that was said, it was like people who think they're in control of their life, you're not. If you're on the internet, you're really not. And the other thing that the like quote or whatever that they put through the in the documentary is where they said the two industries where they call the people users are
Drug
the
dealers.
drug industry and software.
Yeah.
And it's the same. And they started to talk about the addiction of social media. And as you listen to it, just purely listening to it, not even watching it, and if you talk to people in life about social media and getting off of social media, people really act like addicts. Oh, how long are you on social media? Oh, I'm just on it for an hour. I don't really put a lot of time into it until it shows you've been on here for 3 hours today.
6 hours.
And it accumulates to 24 hours in a week.
Mm.
So you spent in a whole week, you spent the whole day focused on social media.
Looking at a phone.
Look
And
at
and and what was so scary about this? Obviously, if y'all in here, y'all know what we're doing. We talking about social dilemma on Conversation with Me podcast. All my moderators, make sure we kill all the idiots. But social dilemma, when I looked at it, it confirmed some very scary things about the future. Um,
yeah, go ahead. What you mean?
I'm I already felt like it was going to be extremely important to um cross out or destroy anybody who knows life without social media, knows life without a phone. I went
Mm-hmm.
through childhood without social media. I was probably 20, 25. Like I probably didn't get heavy on social media until I was 27 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I actually got to live my whole life riding around, listening to music, no aux cord. We bought CDs from the CD man. We bought CDs from the CD man. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We bought, bootleg movies from the DVD man.
Yep.
Um, it wasn't about the phone. It was we would watch TV or something like that. Um, Nigga was not in the phone like that. You was on the phone talking, um, but you wasn't on the phone trying to get a friend. Your friends, if you were on social media, the friends already knew you. You weren't making friends on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's going on now. And there's so many different ways. A motherfucker should have known that it was something wrong with this shit when Catfish became a show. When Catfish became a show, a motherfucker should have known that this shit is getting out of control. Because motherfuckers it's a group of motherfuckers who can not understand what a catfish is, but they'll understand why that person catfish that person. They'll be on the catfish's side. It's not about the looks. It should be about the conversation.
Mm-hmm. The
If
feeling.
that's the case, if that's the goddamn case, why the fuck didn't you just show your face if it was all about the conversation?
Yeah, they said because the one number one thing they say is it was still all me. All the emotions, everything that I showed you, all the conversations were real. It's just it wasn't my picture. That's what every last catfish say. It's like, goddamn. I mean, but like I said, that's how you know everything is a production. So it makes you think, okay, the cameras is off. Okay, make sure you get this line in, study it, read it, get this line in because I want you to say this. Because every
Mm,
single catfish says that.
mm.
It was still, the conversation was real. It's just the picture wasn't, but I still have those feelings. Like,
And that
you a
and that's
weird bitch, man.
yeah, and that's crazy when you say that. When you say that, and we go into that understanding that everything is a production. See, I came up off of The Real World and Road Rules. It was a show on MTV.
Yeah.
That was the original. These children don't know. That's what goddamn reality TV started. It was
Yeah,
called The
yeah.
Real World
And
versus
road
Road
rules.
Rules, and they had to go on the island on some survivor shit. That's what Bad Girl Club come from. That's what goddamn Love and Hip Hop, Medicine Wives, NBA Wives, all that come from The Real World and Road Rules. Um, it damn near might come from Jackass. Um, and when we go and look at these sources, where these things started at, when we watch Social Dilemma, it really makes us feel like nothing was an accident. It was always somebody behind the scene guiding where we will be going as a society. Um, I if you listen on Social Dilemma, and like I said, because it's so much information, as Katrina said, there's so much information. Um, you would have to watch it a lot because I can't. The only thing that's jumping out at me is certain parts of it,
Mm-hmm.
but they said that even I made the algorithm. I made the algorithm to where if somebody gets on Instagram and on their explore page, I got a basketball post, I got a bitch twerking, I got a food post, I got somebody on this motherfucker making a knife out of wood. I
Mm-hmm.
got all these things right here. If the motherfucker hit the twerking, he's in that algorithm. So I know that if I want him to stay on, let me keep his feed with goddamn bitches twerking. That's gonna make him look at it more.
Did you?
Even as me, I made that algorithm. I can't beat it.
And
I
that's what
can't
they were
beat
talking about.
it.
That you, it's only you on your side of the screen. It's 1,000 engineers on the other side. How you gonna beat that? Like it's 1,000 people versus just me. I'm not gonna be able to top that. So I'm
Hold on.
already defeated in the motherfucker.
Hold on. What do you mean when you said it? You said the program, or you mean 1,000 people actually watching?
No. The program was, so they're saying, because it's that many people programming it. It's changing. It's constantly changing, constantly moving. So that's why they
Mm,
said like that. Like, although you might just see that one picture, that one video, so many people designed that, but it's
yes.
only you on your end. You only got one brain, but
Yes.
it took that many people to even design that to get to your phone.
To make
So
yes,
how are you going to beat those other people on the other side?
especially when it's going off an interest based algorithm. Whatever. And what I saw on there was the way it looks on the other side was so. We don't have any pictures.
I told you I was going to load them in, and only thing I got is the ones you asked me for. Yep.
God damn,
I
man.
was
Yeah.
going to load them in, and it just kept buffering. I don't even have internet problems,
mine,
and it
mine,
just kept
mine,
buffering.
mine does that too sometimes. But it was when you watch Social Dilemma and you actually get to see the other side of Instagram.
Yeah,
So you get to see how long he's on there, where his eyes are directed, the other posts that we can throw in that bitch if he get tired of it. It was like the back of a mirror. It was like the back of a mirror, and it was showing you all of the all of the different um I get that's what the program looks like, and that shit looks scary, and it looks scary, and like I said, it was a real eye opener for me as somebody who um is looking for a career in the entertainment industry, and it's also a eye opener and scary as a parent of 3 girls.
hey,
Yeah.
if you, woo, it's so many. Damn, it's so many topics I want to hit because you already went somewhere and sped past another point I want to go into.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, let's just take it back. Even in the beginning, do you remember how the beginning started?
The
How the
beginning
beginning of Social Dilemma started? Remember
uh
how
they told everybody to sit down.
say that again?
They told everybody to sit down.
Oh, no, not like exactly how it started. The guy in the beginning where he was
Uh-huh.
talking about how he helped design Google, and how he said he was addicted to emails, Google emails or whatever. So he said he felt
He made
bad and wasn't feeling as great as of a person. He's like, damn, I'm addicted. So he started, he went home, made an email, and basically trying to start a revolution, and he sent it out to everybody, and everybody's like, yeah, I understand, yeah, I'm addicted to this too, and you're addicted and I'm addicted, and it's just not right. We should get off of it. We should do something. We should design an algorithm and tell us to get out of here. Da, 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 da. And then it makes it to the boss, and then the boss is like, oh, this is a good idea, and everybody's like, yeah, we're gonna do it, and nothing.
yeah.
Everybody right back down in their phone, like, yeah, I heard what you was talking about, but yeah, this shit on Instagram is popping more, my nigga. So it just showed you what's
Oh.
going on in the world. George Floyd, nothing.
Mm,
We're already a predictable
mm,
people. They already know what you're gonna do. You're not gonna do a goddamn thing.
mm.
And that's why that you made so many points already. So when they predict you so much, we know you're not gonna do shit. You didn't do
Mm,
shit in real life, but we know you're not gonna do shit when you, because we constantly keep showing you these images. And remember, a lot of people have the same sentiment about him. When, like, it seemed like once we seen one black man get shot, we seen 100 more black men get shot. Like, how the hell
mm,
this keep? We just keep seeing it on our timeline and seeing it on our timeline, and damn. And it really is just the way the algorithm is designed. So it's radicalizing you, and you're getting riled up, but they know what to throw in there and show you when we want to calm you down. Go on and calm this person down. They getting too much. Going to throw
mm.
an ass in front of his face. Going and throw a
Yeah.
fine nigga in front of her face. Go and throw some jewelry in her face. Go on and throw a fly car in his face. And
Mm.
you're gonna start to think, yeah, oh, it's cool, because that's what I'm working towards. I'm working towards getting this fine woman, this fine man, this car, this jewelry. George Floyd, that he ain't my brother.
Real talk.
I don't
Real
really
talk.
care. I don't, and then when it boom, when it's on your doorstep, that's when you like, please, pray, help me, y'all. And it's
Yep.
like,
Yep.
well, like, what
Yeah.
you want us to do? We still on our mission to get the fly cars, clothes, jewelry, and shit. Like, we can't really
And that
stop our show.
and that's so crazy because it said exactly what and that's crazy because what as you said it um on our timeline this thing is so it's such a big topic, such a big
Big. It's so deep.
man, such a big topic because it's like it spoke about foreigners
Mm-hmm.
turning us inwards against each other by using a system that was just meant to make people up to make them have a good time online.
Mm-hmm.
But now they are able to, if I'm like, hey man, I need to see, if I saw what was going on, if my timeline showed me what was actually going on in Africa with all these Chinese taking over, if I actually got to see footage that, Chinese people had snuck the goddamn, into the Chinese Area 51 and saw that footage, I would, what I'm saying, or if I would have seen, I see what's going on in Russia or Syria. When they was talking about the bombs in Syria and stuff like that and the chemical shit, that shit didn't really move me for real. But on my timeline, what I can see is black men being accosted by white police officers. And so now I'm riled up. But then on that Republican, that fucking country boy, that white country boy on his timeline, it's nothing but black men harming innocent white police officers, male and female. So now when I see him out, I'm like, this motherfucker know that he a motherfucking racist. And he looking at me like this motherfucker know he a goddamn thug. He don't mean nothing. So we already got tension as soon as we see each other. Just as soon as I see him and he see me, it's already tension. Like, cause I know about you, cause it's nigga ain't no motherfucking way. How the fuck you gonna come outside, nigga, and you know your motherfucking people is killing my people out here? And he looking
Mm-hmm.
at me the same way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they said civil war, because it would
Yeah.
not be hard if all we're seeing on this side, and that's why I say that nigga, I won't say his name, but that nigga, that fucking coon police officer that takes for fucking white people, to me, that shit, that's cowardice. That's cowardice. To me, what that means is I see that these people have more resources, so I'm gonna go over here and panda for them and hope they give me some and shit like that. You can't just call it straight down the middle. And I feel like that is a symptom of seeing what timeline you choose. The reason why he can be so far right is because that's what his timeline shows. And
Yeah.
he feels so confident saying it. Because, and even with me, I feel That's crazy. As I just thought about that because I see dudes. I see dudes. And I want y'all, let me let them hear this. Some of y'all niggas, some of y'all niggas is real. Y'all really hate women.
Oh,
Ain't no doubt about it. Y'all hate women. Um,
I'm gonna make a point right after yours. Go
yeah,
ahead.
y'all hate women. I see some nigga shit that follow me, and I see the shit they saying. Uh, um, what what's the only use for a black woman? Oh, when you get tired and want to wipe it, you know what I'm saying? That bullshit. That you know what I'm saying? Or that like I'm wondering how in the fuck can you feel confident in saying that? Why in the fuck? How do you? But after you look at this, it's like if you subscribe to that manosphere shit, I'm going back on mute. Y'all come to the conversation with me podcast now. Um, if you subscribe to that manosphere shit, all you gonna see is that.
Yes.
And you know what else is and you know, like I said, this I, I ain't gonna lie, like I really do feel like I thought I was prepared, but as I'm trying to talk about it, it's really too big because I'm seeing so many. Because I'm like, why would it? I'm the one who said that these comments, the people who are making these comments from these accounts, these are not, these are feds. But what if it's the computer?
Mm.
What if it's the computer?
Hold on, Ayo.
Okay.
Because you getting into
Oh yeah,
damn.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
like me and Ayo, we ain't never really at a loss for words. You know what I
Real
mean?
talk.
On no topic. So that should let you know how deep this documentary is. And even with it being a production, how much information it still gave you to even ponder on. But as
Mm-hmm.
far as you talking about this manosphere shit, and man, that algorithm is a beast because this is all you're seeing. Women ain't shit. Women ain't shit. Women ain't shit. I don't like them. Fuck them. They not good for anything. I can use them, and they're dirty and they're nasty, and all they're gonna do is use you. When you watch 3 or 4 of those videos, on YouTube, see raggedy ass relationships play out, a couple of videos on Instagram, see 2 3 statuses on Facebook. You're in your mind, you're like, this is happening a lot, right? And your
Mm-hmm.
algorithm is building up to show you more and
Mm-hmm.
more and more of it. So as you're saying this is happening a lot, your algorithm is saying it is. Look how many more videos we can show you. Whether it happened in 2010 or
Mm-hmm.
2021. So just
Mm-hmm.
imagine how many videos or how many people have shot shitty relationships and shitty statuses. And that's why every feature means something, because they even have a feature where you can bring back an old status from 2006. So it's like, God damn, you're constantly they're constantly attacking you if you're going to want to focus on one thing. Oh, I'm focusing on not liking women, right? And then you have to understand that uh, from people who was born in 96 to now, they're grown. They're grown people, right? But these are people who have been on the internet since middle school. Ever since middle school, they've been on the internet. So they're designed around the internet. They don't know nothing else. So they're more of a socially awkward person. They don't really know. Did you hear the stats where they were saying they're getting less and less people are getting driver licenses? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they don't want to get out. They're 96 and up, more isolated. So when you're isolated and you're being in this phone and this algorithm is being placed in your face, you're really thinking people ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. And now it's really stifling your dating abilities or abilities to want to go date, or you know what I mean, or try to go figure women out, because all this algorithm showing you is that you're going to go get used. So even with this manosphere rhetoric that you hear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you go get you a young bitch. She's not going. She's much finer. She's gonna listen to you and all this other shit. And it's like, I don't know if y'all remember that interview with Kanye West when he was talking to Big Boy, but he was like, Instagram on your bitch. He like Instagram on your bitch. And it was just like, damn, that's deep. So you being an older person thinking that you're about to get this girl to be on your program, it's kind of like, no, you're not. She already belonged to the internet. A 20-year-old, 21-year-old, 22-year-old woman, she belonged to the internet. So she already think you ain't shit. She already in the program to, I'm going to use this nigga to get to the next step. So you're thinking that she is a 1970s type of born woman, to where I can get her, I'm going to mold her, and she's going to be under my program. And it's not that type of woman anymore. It's just not the, the pick of the litter now. When we talk about young women, that's not the woman no more. She is kind of made to see you as a provider, but then I don't have to stick with this provider because it's 10, 12 other niggas right around me that's just like him. That's a sucker for this shit. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, as you were saying, how you grew up buying DVDs from the CD man and this and that, right? I really do believe that the internet is our age group, 33, 34, 35 to, let's say, 35 to 30. Even though we have that experience to say, I grew up without an internet. I grew up in the 90s. We can say that. I still think that is even split. I think you have people that's on our side that's like, oh, I lived real life. Like, I'm not really impressed with nobody doing nothing on the internet. Yeah, look cool, but I've lived a life to where I've really touched these things. I've really did these things. So I don't really have to be impressed with a nigga yelling in a phone. And then you have the other side of 30, still in that same age group, 30 to 35, where they haven't experienced life and this is all they know. They're like, oh yeah. The reason I'm rolling my eyes is because it's this dude that I went to high school with, and he likes to post videos about like the skits, and he thinks that they're real. And I said, you like watching this kind of stuff? He said, oh, you just in denial that this stuff really happens. I said, what?
Like, hold on. What type of skit is it?
Just like the skit, because I told him it was a skit. It was a skit where the girl bust out the dude's back window, and he's like, "Oh, I want to enter in my phone because I was getting our anniversary cake and this and this and that." And it's like, that ain't how that happened, my nigga. In real life, in relationships, bitches will tear your shit up, but they ain't just going to bust your motherfucking window the first time you don't answer the phone.
How old is it?
How old is what?
The dude.
He has to be right behind me. I'm 33. He has to be 30. He not no 20-year-old no more. So what I'm saying is, though, is that I still think even our age group is split. Because you'll look at him like, what kind of nigga is you? Like, how old are you again? Oh, I'm 34. And nigga, you falling for this shit? Like, you really actually going to buy beard oil and gray sweatpants because you think this is what the bitches is falling for on the internet? Like, you really following these trends? Like, god damn, you just not your own person at all?
Damn, that's crazy.
I said, yeah, because But then
Damn.
they can also stand on the hill with us and say, but I grew up without it. I grew up without it. And then but they'll still be a weird nigga for the most part.
But exactly, you were lame back then.
Yeah.
You were lame back then. So like that's why I say that's why I would go on Walmart and pick out a whole outfit just to show that the nigga with the polo and the Jordans, that shit does not make you that nigga. Um, and that is always gonna be a lame nigga trick. I'm a old nigga, but I'm trying to look like a young nigga. Whether that be you go get a whole Gucci fit like the young niggas, you go get like all diamond teeth like the young niggas, you still lame as fuck. You try to throw money in the club, you know what I'm saying? You still lame as fuck, and you're lame because you're not yourself. And whatever that trend is, I was just telling Brim this. Somebody who waits, a person who will wait until head first two is,
Booming.
uh, booming and bucking in St. Louis, to want to listen to it and say, man, it's my favorite song. That's I don't like that. Like, no, I want a motherfucker who I like this music, I'm rocking with it, but it's cool, everybody listening. That's kind of the reason why I I purposely, and I don't like this because it's not smart. But if I see everybody is fucking with NBA YoungBoy, I just can't do it. I
Yeah,
just can't
I've
do it.
always been like that too.
I just can't do it. And it's fucked up because what if NBA YoungBoy is saying some real shit? It's been a lot of artists that I came up on late just because I'm just not with that wave shit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
but
Like,
that's the beautiful thing about music though, is that you wasn't with the wave. Because I was like that with 50 Cent. Once 50 Cent fell off, that's when I was like, oh damn, I like his music. But the beautiful thing about music is that you can still go back into his catalog and still jam to it now that you feeling it. Oh,
yeah,
ain't nobody listening to Go Shorty. It's your birthday, but you are, and you like, nah, I like this shit now. And that's a
yeah,
part of being an individual. I didn't
that's
have to
right.
go and be with the crowd and say, yeah, 50 Cent is cool, right? I didn't
Yeah,
have to do that then, and I'm
yeah.
able to do it on my own time.
Hmm. And like I said, and it goes back. Like I said, everything goes back to the phone. It like and it's and like I said, I'll be the first to admit that I did not properly prepare for this subject because my mind is just springboarding in so many directions. Because I have a family member, a younger family member,
Mm-hmm.
who probably graduated 2 years ago or so, and graduated high school, and I was wondering why they didn't need to go out. Um,
Right.
why they didn't, like, how in the fuck is your car always in the yard? Why aren't you going anywhere? And I guess what it is that the same things that we went out for, they can go sitting in one spot. So obviously, this is where um, I'm sure the national level of obesity has went through the roof. There's no way that the motherfuckers are doing exercise like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we started falling back in sports and shit like that.
Mm.
Um, there's a new YouTube channel that I just started watching. Seems like I've been watching it for the last 2 days. It's
Mm-hmm.
called That Chapter. It's a YouTube channel where they talk about um, murder cases and stuff like that. And I'm watching it, and like I said on the Patreon, white people are inherently fucking evil. They are the people who will go into a store, they'll see a little girl riding a bike, and they will feel like they need to abduct her. And you ask them, why did you do this? Just cause. Just cause.
Talk
If
about
a
it.
nigga kill a nigga, it's gonna be that nigga, you know what I'm saying? He threw down the rape. This nigga dissed my shit. This nigga, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a reason behind it. These motherfuckers will really do some shit because they just, I just wanted to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it, like I said, it makes me think. It really makes me think. I feel like I feel this might be off key a little bit, but I feel like the majority of white men and white women are like that. And
Mm.
being that they're the ones who programmed most of these things, I feel like they had there's something in there that can make you feel like them, as far as like you want to go hurt somebody for no reason. Um, I'm gonna speak on something right here.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go speak on. Okay,
Before you start, I want to shout out Trig Amos for hitting the Cash App and supporting the show.
there you
Thank you,
go,
Trig.
Trick.
Yeah, there you go, Triggs. You know, you see that Cash App at the top of the show, and I mean at the top of the comments to support the show, because I even have a theory on that when it comes to this algorithm. So if you want to support the show, hit the Cash App. But go
We
ahead,
can't
AO.
find her page. Block them. Listen here, my nigga. Anybody who said they can't find the page, go ahead and block them. It's called conversation, and I don't know how the fuck. How was this your first time ever going to Katrina page, my nigga? Like I said, real talk. Like, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say that I would put more of my energy into promoting artists, because this internet shit is just this shit is just too fucking spongy. But let me go ahead and speak this
Yeah,
point.
go ahead. Go to your point.
I'm gonna speak on it, man. I gotta speak on it. Like, so would a father be crazy, or would you look at a father crazy or a parent crazy if they somehow fear their kids more with all this shit that they have on the internet?
No.
Uh, it seems like we're having so many, senseless murders, violent, senseless murders by these children. They're acting out more. You can't even discipline your child like you really need to. Uh, so would a parent be looked at crazy if they lock their room door before they go to sleep at night, because in the back of their mind they fear that their children might actually try to do something to them for no fucking reason?
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
To me, you know what? Being in tune with your children, you would have to just be in tune with your child. Now, this isn't some random person just walking in my house or anything. So I would feel that I could sense that if I am in tune with the child. You get what I'm saying? And even if I'm not, let's say we have major tension, something would be in my mind to alert me to say, I gotta protect myself. So for
Mm.
me personally, I wouldn't lock the door, but maybe keep a knife under the pillow. Get the gun. No, I'm being serious. Uh, maybe maybe put the gun beside the bed at the end of the night. You get what I'm saying? You said I'm violent. Hey man, it's hey. And but I understand what you're saying. And it's
Yeah.
like take K on the race. If them people were more equipped for them kids to come in that door, then those people would still be alive. You get what I'm saying? So we're talking about just a complete stranger coming through the door now versus your own child. So you have to already be on your feet and on your toes for shit that's going on outside. Now, what about now that it's in your house? And now that but see, that's like not being in tune with your child. I know that they're constantly like this all day, every day. This is what they do. I don't never ask a question about what they're doing. And that shit was just so ill that when they said your friend's algorithm can be completely different and y'all friends and y'all have some of the same ideology and y'all shit look completely different.
You know what? When I
That shit
and I
was so deep. But hold on, AO, because you
go ahead,
start
go ahead.
talking about the kids. And so I was talking to a woman last night, right? And she was telling me that her daughter likes to watch YouTube. Her
Uh-huh.
daughter uh likes to watch YouTube. She watched the families on YouTube, which is I think is a big thing on YouTube. Her daughter is a 4-year-old girl. She
Uh-huh.
she likes to watch hair, makeup, girly things. It's under that umbrella, right?
Yeah.
So this lady, she was telling me that her daughter would tell her that she's not cute. Like, mom, you're not pretty like her. Like, what the fuck? So as she was talking to me, she was the little girl was sitting right beside her, and you can hear her daughter talking, and her daughter is socially savvy, right?
Yeah.
And her daughter is saying shit like, nah, mom, I'm not rude. No, I'm not mean. No, mommy, you are pretty. And just keeping up with the goddamn conversation. And
Yeah.
as I'm listening to this 4-year-old girl,
Uh-huh.
my mind is blown, right? And the reason it's so blown is because I also have a 4-year-old daughter, right? And
Uh-huh.
my 4-year-old daughter is not socially savvy like that, right? But I don't put none of that YouTube shit in front of my children. If it's not educational on YouTube, it's not coming on. We not
Yes,
watching no
Lord.
kids open no motherfucking toys. We not watching nobody play no video games. We not watching nobody do no makeup. We not watching nobody be a goddamn family. We already a family. All that shit happens and occurs in our home. So no, we're not watching it, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I'm like, so when she was telling me that her daughter was saying like she's not pretty or anything, I was saying like, God damn, like your daughter is already being fed a 4-year-old. Back in the day, this would happen much later. I mean, well, it would probably happen 4 and 5, but it wasn't so openly said at 4 and 5. You might say this at 10, 12 when you start to get in your own looks. Like, oh, I am a pretty girl. I like to wear my hair up in a ponytail or something. But now we
Mm-hmm.
have a 4-year-old telling her mom that she's not pretty. When my uh and I'm speaking about my 4-year-old because I was just like, damn, my 4-year-old is not socially savvy like that, right?
Mm.
But I said the other day, I we went to the library. Me and my daughter went to the library before we went to go get my son out of school. And she just walked right in and picked up a random book and said, Mom, I want this. Right? Picks the
Mm-hmm.
book up. So the other day we were sitting down and I'm like, well, you picked this book up. Let's see what it looked like. Cause I didn't know what it was about. We opened it up. My daughter read every fucking word of that book. So that's what made me I don't give a fuck about her being socially savvy when she can read this whole goddamn book. And yeah, I might have to help her on 1 or 2 words, but she even tried. She tried to pronounce these words. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, man, I'm okay with the program that I'm running. Because although your daughter, she up there, she can hold the conversation. And yeah, mom, we pretty. We not cute. I like this makeup. And yeah, but can she do what my daughter can do? And I'm not saying my daughter is better than yours, but it's just like you get to see the different programs that the people are running. We're
Right.
talking about a 4-year-old. I was so amazed and just like, damn, my baby can fucking read. Like,
Yeah.
my baby can read for real, for real. Not on no,
Yeah.
hey, 1, 2, 3. No, my baby can, both of my children can read. Both of my children can really read. And even
Mm-hmm.
as I see it expressed for my son, um, I just had to talk to his teacher and she was telling me, like, oh, he's basically telling me he being a kid, but like he was distracting other kids. And we just recently switched districts. And I was telling her, like, well, we were in the gifted and talented program in this district. So maybe, and since I'm new to this district, we're not in it yet. So maybe he's just bored. So she said, okay, well, I'll bump him up so he can go and be in this second grade class for an hour so we can talk to the teacher and see how he does over there. You get what I'm saying? So so I just realized that, like, how much of an effect that YouTube has on children versus not showing them YouTube. You get what I'm saying?
And
Like, it's making them be goddamn adults, really. They're adults who can really talk and hold conversations.
No, I'm saying instead of having them do YouTube, have them grow up like we did, where they have to find
exactly. And it makes me think, like, damn. So I'm even second guessing certain things. Like, damn, because when I hear children talk, I'm like, yo, what am I doing that's wrong? You know? And it's not like, damn, because my daughter can't hold a conversation like that other 4-year-old girl can, right? I mean, but if we was to put them up against each other with this book, she not fucking with my daughter in that way. So it's like,
and I
okay, I'm cool. I'm comfortable with my program until otherwise said so. Because although we're living in this world, knowledge still matters. Retaining knowledge still matters more than what's on my face, what it looks like, because the person who knows what to do and knows how to do certain things, it might take a little bit longer, but I'm going to be able to sustain longer than your looks.
Most definitely. Heavy. That's heavy. And you know, like I said, I think Social Dilemma, I told my baby mama to watch that.
Shout out to just a moment. Hey, yo, I'm sorry to cut you off. Shout out to Innovator Jay. I don't know if anybody's saying anything. Oh, he didn't say anything, but thank you for supporting the show.
Innovator Jay is this motherfucker, boy. You better go ahead. Right. If y'all not hitting the Cash App or PayPal, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing over here, man. Real talk.
Right.
This is some real heavy shit right here. And like I said,
hold on, I have some more. I always appreciate Michael Jackson coming alive and hitting the Cash App. Always appreciate that.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson be Cash Apping me.
Michael Jackson go hard.
Yeah. Showboat, thank you for hitting it. And the Game Spitter, thank you for hitting the Cash App. Game Spitter came through and said, go crazy. Go crazy.
Turn up, Chris. I see you.
Thank you to everybody who's supporting the show. Now I'm back at what you were saying.
And I feel I told her to watch it, man, because like I said, man, it's just so thrown off out here right now. And there's been so many stories of children rebelling against their mother, killing their mother for taking their phone.
You seen that part in the video?
Which one? What happened?
Where the mother said, and and that's I could appreciate Netflix the way they shoot their documentaries, because what they it's part documentary, part movie. So even if you split the two, it can be a standalone movie and it can be a standalone documentary.
Yeah.
So with the part that I was saying, like, when she, and the way they stacked it, they had people as parents, then they had maybe a 30-year-old, then they had a dude in high school, and then they had the girl in middle school. And they kind of showed you everybody, people who lived without it, people whose life was split, who did live with it and did live without it. Then they had people who were just constantly are thrust into it. The younger children, and they showed how the mom and the 30-year-old daughter, she was a much more stable person than the two younger kids, to where the mom seen the commercial and she said, oh, we can lock up their phones. And even the point that was made before that, and they locked up their phones. And did you see how the girl lied? Even though it's a production, The girl lied to get up to like go check on the phones.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, I gotta go." They were at the dinner table, and she said, "We're gonna just use our five senses." And they sat down to eat dinner with no phones, and then it was quiet. And the reason they were saying it was quiet is because they're saying we don't even talk anymore. We
What they
so
was
in our
what
damn
what they
phones. Go ahead.
what they were saying was that if you look at it, every person at that table had a different opinion. This person was saying the EC is good. They're rebels. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was on their own way. So in the same house, and like I said, that shit. If y'all ain't seen Social Dilemma, you really need to watch it because the reason why this was so heavy is because damn that everything in that, and I've told Katrina this, you know what I'm saying? But for different reasons. But that phone is serious, especially when you in this entertainment shit like that. But every piece of this documentary, you see it in your real life. My folks next door, they believe whatever the fuck CNN says. I'm more on the side of, what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck if the president is racist. You need to go up there and shoot him. You know what I'm saying? My grandma told me
Yeah.
that one time. She said that, like, so you need to go up there and shoot him. I'm like, man, what the fuck? But that's a whole other crazy situation. But everybody is on different wavelengths, and that as a military operation is the first thing that you would do before you invade. It's to separate the masses and miscommunications. We can't even talk because as soon as you say, "What about Chicago?" They always want to say, "What about Chicago?" You know what I'm saying? I always want to say, "What about Chicago?" What about, you know what I'm saying? And so, with this social dilemma, I'm gonna be honest. That's why I say everybody needs to watch this because
Watch
if,
it.
if you're a real person, then you will see. If you watch Social Dilemma and you don't see any fault in yourself, then you are somebody who is probably gonna just be whatever the trend is.
You a
I watched
crackhead.
that, yeah,
You
and
a
I
crackhead.
yeah, I watched it and I saw a lot of flaws in myself. Um,
Mm.
I'm gonna say the biggest flaw, even after I just said, the white people are inherently evil, but that's just what it is. They are. But still, when you look at this movie and you understand that we are closer to the Terminator movie than we thought.
Hey
Um,
yo, I'm sorry to cut you off. Did you see what they said?
what's that?
You passed that. You passed Terminator. You already we passed Terminator because he was saying that like people think the Terminator movie is going to be like this. It's the world already ran past that. They
It's
saying
worse.
AI is already you thinking it's going to be like a destruction in that way. The whole goddamn world is ran off of AI.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. I don't know if shout outs to my show Without Google, but
Real
that was
talk.
part of the reason I came up with that show. Now, if anybody remembers the day Google went down, you remember that day? That shit crazy. Only reason I remember is because it fucked the world up. And
When did you have it?
and it happened last year while they were in school. So I wake up, we're about to get the day started, and nobody really knew that it fucked up because they got it back online so quickly. But the reason that they knew it was messed up is because nobody could log into anything and the world stopped. The world stopped because nobody could we could and last year kids was on school online. Nobody could go to school that day. So then About an hour later, they kicked back out a message and said, basically saying everything is all right. And it was right back in time to get everything like, okay, yeah, so we can get in, go to school. You don't really see what I'm saying? So many
No,
people missed it because I bet you
you
were asleep. I bet you were
exactly.
asleep when it was happening. No, and it's not. No, but I'm saying that the like majority people was asleep. This is
Yeah.
happening around 6, 7 o'clock a.m. to where you're trying to get up and start getting your day going. You get what I'm saying? So if you're getting your day going, you kind of really ain't paying attention to everything. And maybe you just thinking, oh shit, maybe the Wi-Fi fucked up. Okay, well, let me get on in my car. You know, oh damn, it still ain't going on. Well, maybe the Wi-Fi fucked up and damn, maybe my internet connection just not catching. Let me get to work. And then you get to work and you like, hold on, the computer still fucked up? Wait a minute. And then that's when it's, but by time everybody realized, Google had everything right back on track. And it was just like, damn, the whole world. And it was people complaining online, like, my house doesn't work. Like your whole house didn't work. Your refrigerator went down, your doors open now, just because your house is ran off of all everything smart. Your washer and dryer can't come on. Nothing, your TV ain't coming on because your Wi-Fi and shit gone. Nothing works anymore.
So and you're right. I would have been in that. Like I said, I like, and that's what I'm saying. Like if you watch this and you don't see that, it's something wrong, then you in a bad situation. I would have been in the same boat. Um, it's a damn shame, with me coming from the old school. I'm still just as goddamn. I'm just as damn connected or dependent on the internet as everybody else.
Everybody. And that's why I was saying that's why I use the drug dealer the drug user thing is because that's so real. Everybody cuz they treat it like crack. When you ask people about social media, they act like they ain't on the shit. Like, hold on, wait. Like, nah, I don't be on it like that. Nah, not like that. Just like, I don't be smoking that. I don't really be smoking crack like that. I ain't really on it like that. I can stop when I want to. I can stop. I can stop. And everybody be telling themselves they can stop and
Yep.
never stop.
Yep. I do it because I want to.
I
I
do
ain't
it
got to
because I
do it.
want
I
to.
do it because I want to do it.
If I want to put this shit down, I can put this shit down. And you can't put it down for an hour. And that shit even made me think about how they're on the other side of the phone and how they were saying how they nudge you. Your phone nudges you with notifications. You remember that part?
All fucking day long. And that's why I turn my shit over. When I'm
Yeah,
going
you
to
can.
sleep, I turn my shit
But
over.
check this out though, because I said, what makes them? You've ever text somebody or been texting with somebody and it's like, damn, you didn't get that text message, right? And you'd be like, damn, nah, I didn't get any of these text messages. And you screenshot them, and then it's on there, and they get the screenshot, like, damn, no, I did not see you say all this, right?
Real talk.
So
Real talk.
I was thinking for
That's
you,
it.
how you said you turn it over, right? I was thinking, what about the time you go pick it up? How we know they not doing this? The time you go pick the phone up, right? And now the text message from Katrina with the link, now it's going to shoot through. I probably sent it 3 hours ago. But Ayo got his phone in his hand. As soon as we see that light come on, let that text message go through. Because now he about to click on and check out the link that Katrina sent him. Damn, what link? Oh, I seen that shit or I didn't see it. And now I'm in it, like, and now they got you just from that link to where you were just off. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't gotta just nudge you and say,
man, I really, if Brim was here, like, we really got, that shit is so real because, and we retarded anyway. So it's like we started watching that Chicago shit, and we were supposed to be shooting about some 15-year-old who made a diss song and got killed.
mm-hmm.
And next thing we know, we didn't spend damn near 45 minutes going back in the past of what FCG Duck did and what Vaughn
Mm-hmm.
did, that whole beat. Like I'm gonna be real right here. I'm gonna be because this like I said, this shit is really really heavy, and I feel like with truth, maybe we can all come together with truth, but some people won't want to admit it. Um, I lose a lot of time with that scrolling shit. I lose a
Mm-hmm.
lot of time with it, and when I you right, and you are so right. You have to watch that movie more than once because I should feel like every time that I pick up the phone, knowing I need to be editing this video or doing that, but I spend more time than I want to scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
That them, yeah, we got them. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and
Like
that's the
that's
that's
crazy.
just
Man.
advertisers, man. Do you see how much we sold for? That's what I enjoyed all the quotes that they put in there. Like when he said,
It was like Call of Duty.
if it's free, then you are the product.
Yeah,
That shit was so cold.
yeah, that
Cause
was
he
heavy.
said, yeah, you think Google is free, but it's not.
Mm.
It's not free.
You're the one
Instagram is
being
free.
sold. Yeah.
Instagram is free, but it's not. You're being
It's like
fucking
it's,
sold. And when people say, "Oh, I'm being sold," you being sold for half of a half of a half of a penny.
mm-hmm.
Cause it's
It,
so many people on here, and we about to get so many people to look at this product, buy this product, that I don't need to sell you for $100 million. Nigga, you ain't worth all that. You
mm-hmm.
worth 0.0068 of a 1 cent.
and, and,
I don't need $100 million from this motherfucker. I just need to give them this. And that's why I
and
was
see,
breaking it down,
yeah,
saying like, as you're being sold, they don't have to sell you for so much because it's so many people doing it, right? I mean,
yeah,
they're gonna get so many people. So when the sweetie meal comes out, right? It's on my timeline. So just imagine how many timelines it's hitting. And although you might be oh, I don't really fuck with fast food like that, but you like sweetie, and now your brain is working. And now you like, I don't really fuck with fast food like that. But now in like colors, colors trigger emotions. So now you seeing this yellow and red shit, and now you like, I'm gonna stop over at McDonald's and get a fry. And that's
is
how
it
they
yellow?
sell you.
Is it really yellow and red, or is it just red?
What?
Is that the one that make you want to eat something?
That's what. Yeah, it's yellow and red. That's why McDonald's is yellow and red, because they make you
How
want to
about
eat.
I the other day I was saying that like every food place has red in it. Burger
Yeah,
King, Subway, the Subway no, it got yellow.
yeah,
But
yellow.
I was gonna say that it's like I said it's crazy, and when you said that, it made me think about the chicken sandwich.
What about it?
Like how it the crepe challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit goes crazy. Like why wouldn't that be the computer testing
It
just to see
is.
just to see? It's like a feint. So uh uh Mayweather does that. So he'll move to see what you do, and then from what you do, football players do it all the time. And you do it in the military. We're gonna cross this line to see what their reaction is. Robbers do it. Make a loud noise to see what will happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like we we will put a chicken challenge out there and see how many people we can go get to eat. Then we'll do a crate challenge and see how many people will actually take what we created in our AI mind. We will think it up and then watch them actually live it out in their reality because we said it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And go further with it, a motherfucker will take a jab and wear a mask because we said so.
Mm-hmm. Cause
And,
and
and
then when they start to get into that at the end, and just how, and I know, I mean, I ain't saying you focused on my shit, but when I got off of social media, right? Because like I always said, I got off of Facebook and Instagram and ways like that, but I stayed on YouTube, right? So, and when I say I stayed on YouTube, like I blocked all my videos off and everything. So I was just a user on YouTube, but I was off
Mm.
the social media or whatever. But right before I got off, that was my like status, and it also it kind of gives me like, damn, you know what the fuck you talking about, it make me give myself a pat on the back, because right before I got off, I said it's too much mixed misinformation going on. I don't know what's real and what's true, and this is
Mm.
right when Mr. 19 hit. And I was just like, you would hear it's this, you would hear it's that, and do this and do that, and they saying do this and wear this mask and that. And it was just like you were being bombarded. And I'm like, hey man, I don't know what's what. Let me get the fuck off. It's time to
Mm.
get off. Because I felt major anxiety. Like it was just major anxiety, because it's like, hold on, man, I don't know what to do. Am I doing it right now? I don't know. And when your mind is running like that, you're gonna run into a brick wall or make the wrong decision. So let me get the fuck off was my decision. Was let me
Mm.
get on off of here. So it was that mixed with the George Floyd thing, that when I seen that incident, it was time to check out. And
Yeah.
when I got off, YouTube became much more of a world. And what I mean by that is, like, so it really didn't have like anything else to communicate with. So it became like clay. You know what I mean? Like YouTube became clay, so it was like I can make it into anything that I wanted to, because I didn't
Mm.
go get this link from Instagram. I didn't get this link from Facebook. I was
Mm.
just strictly on YouTube. So with this clay, I found all kind of financial shit. It was just so much stuff that I was getting into. They were making these videos about just everything on like MSNBC. They were making like about fake bags, about the housing market, and they were making like quick videos and like within 15 minutes to keep your attention type of videos. You know what I mean? So I
Mm.
was getting into that. I found this other guy about, and he was going back into tech from the beginning stages up to the up till now, and how did the iPhone get started, and the people who built Apple, and he would break that down. I found so much other shit that it was just like, YouTube is my clay. And it
Mm.
made me not focus on, because now I'm not seeing black man get shot, black woman getting beat up, this, and that. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing relationship status and crying and, oh, this nigga left me. I'm not seeing none of that. All I'm seeing is basically what I want to see. So and YouTube's algorithm is feeding me. You know what I mean? It's feeding me like stuff, but then I'm like, oh, well, what's this about, or what's that about? And I'm just in there picking all kind of videos, to where I think it threw my algorithm off, to where it was like, yo, what? Hey, nah, this person don't usually watch this kind of shit. You know
Real.
what I mean?
I don't know where to send her.
Yeah, you don't know where. And even in that, because like I said, it's just so much stuff that we're talking about. Even with that, they were talking about how your phone knows when you're depressed, or they know when you're depressed, high anxiety, when you're feeling lonely, when you are lonely, when when you want to be around family. Your phone knows, and there's picking all this up about you, right? That I was saying, how okay. So I feel like it's this deep. Ayo is working to get 100,000 subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get 100,000 subscribers. It's hard for him to get 100,000 subscribers because of his message. It's not, we don't want this message out there. You get what I'm saying? We're not going to keep putting his message out there. But in a way, the algorithm isn't strong enough to stop the people, right?
Mm.
So now that, okay, well, give him 100,000, uh, give him 100,000 subscribers, right? And now he's not making videos anymore. He met his goal. Now he just
Mm.
goes live every now and again.
Mm.
So how the, and this is why I don't really believe in numbers, and but they fed you. This nigga is working hard to get these 100,000 subscribers, right? But as soon as we fed him those 100,000 subscribers, he's full, and now he's falling back.
Mm.
We successfully did this. We don't want Katrina's message out there, so we're not going to spike her numbers in the videos, in the subscribers, because we don't want her message out there. It's not getting out there. We don't want this to penetrate anybody. But like I said, you can't stop the people, so they still come, right? So how do we know if these people run this shit? How do we know Ayo ain't already at 3 million subscribers? A
Yeah,
billion views.
yeah, that,
How
yeah,
do we
and that,
know I'm not at 60 million subscribers? I mean, 60,000 subscribers, a million and some odd views. How do we
and that,
know? Because we don't run this shit. And our message isn't getting out there as fast as everything else.
and
The
that's why I
people
say,
ain't liking this message. You get what I'm saying? So the
and
manosphere motherfuckers, they come out and leap over everybody because everybody think that this is real.
I can't, not because them niggas is struggling like a motherfucker. But I see exactly what you're saying, and this is the reason why I said that I, definitely have to get, what I'm saying, something else, what I'm saying, going on because it's too much dependency. You're
Mm-hmm.
exactly right. These things that you don't know and how they can feed you and not feed you and all that shit like that, that's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. And like I've said before, like especially once you start getting money from the internet, them bitches damn near got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when, and that's what I'm saying, like, if the people ain't the people, if the people don't stand behind shit and support the people they really fuck with, then there's no way. There's no way. Um, that anybody is going to, stand up like they need to because
Mm.
they know it's not no support there. And the internet is what pays them. Um, like I said, it's a sad song. And you know what's even more throws is that whenever you try to take it a step past the internet and bring it to reality, you put yourself out there to really be not only, what I'm saying, fucked over by, law enforcement, but to be ostracized from society. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when we look at this and we see that I'm on the internet because this is my job. This is my job to do this. It's my job to, you know, make shit happen on the internet, do the internet shit. That's my job. But there are people who are on the internet for that exact reason because they're lonely
Yeah.
or depressed. So I mean, since we gonna be honest tonight, so this what this shit is. Like, I started falling back from the internet because, like, a motherfucker see, like, I haven't did a rap trap episode in so long, and I'm putting pages in my book and shit like that. But it's just I go in my goddamn inbox, every fucking inbox, and it's always full. It's always full. This rap trap, and look at this nab,
Oh
and
yeah.
oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't on it, man. Like, it's just, and that's why I I've become numb to um social media because I just don't.
Mm.
I don't read messages no
Mm-hmm.
more. I don't read it. Just it'll take a whole like I'll let that shit pile up for a week and go look at it, but it's just it was too much negativity. It was just too much
Mm.
negativity. It was too
Talk
much.
about it.
Yeah, man, it's too much, and it's like, and that's why I feel more comfortable in the music shit. I would much rather do the music shit, go out and talk to people, than to if something touch me, then I'll do a video on it. But
Mm-hmm.
with the shit I talk about, I believe it can become real redundant and just continue. Look at this Nav did, and it's like, my nigga, you can't see a bitch, you know what I'm saying, doing some Nav shit for so many times. You can't see a nigga go to jail for so many times. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to say about that shit?
Yeah, hold on, Ayo. This is what we so Cal W, you gotta ride the algorithm and check the bag. Then once you saved up, you can talk real because you won. If they cancel you, cause it's too late. How the game goes. No, that's not. Do you know how hard it is to ride the algorithm? This
What what
motherfucker
what
is so
what,
tricky.
what did he say?
He said, you got to ride the algorithm. Basically, make videos that's friendly to the algorithm. You don't understand YouTube guidelines. You don't
Just,
know
just,
what's friendly to the
but
algorithm.
just uh, ask him how many subscribers he got. Since he know
Uh,
how to do it,
oh
how many
yeah.
subscribers?
So yeah, how many subscribers you got, Cal W?
He know how to do it. So
Yeah,
yeah, how many subscribers you got, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
because
man.
this shit is not no just well, if you it's not making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
The
Because
fuck
even
is
with that,
see
even with that, people make different kinds of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
what algorithm is he talking? You're saying so you should talk about Trump. That's the political algorithm. What about the
Right.
fucking fashion algorithm? What about the music algorithm? What the fuck are you talking about there, home? Like, but like I said, not and like I said, that's the type of shit. That's why I would like to deal more. I deal with people.
Right.
Um, this internet shit, like I said, it's a blessing, and I think the reason why I was able to rock out how I rock out is because the people came, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't so much internet interference, but it's still, I guess my spirit says that there's something up with this internet shit, and it's just not positive. I'm talking about every fucking day, and I love when people tell me, um I love when they tell me that they've gotten some gain from what I've said and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
love, but I'm really a real person in real life. I'm really real in real life. So
Right.
it's very hard for me to play internet games. Um, so you know how some people will probably be good at an internet relationship, but they never meet their partner and shit like that. I'm not that. I'm not that. Like, shit, it has to be real for me
Right.
to really, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, I don't know why that is, but that's just what that is. It's just like in the back of my mind, I feel like I know that just anything on this internet can be. They said something on there. They said everybody is going through their own Truman show,
Code.
and I've had that thought since a child. Maybe it was arrogant, but I said, what if everybody is just, like how a video game is only on wherever
Yeah.
you are in the game.
Yeah, I told you. You told me about that. Yeah, that
Yeah,
major arrogance.
yeah,
But
but
it's
like I
truth
said,
to it
but
though.
I'm saying that's all I'm
It's true.
saying.
But it's truth to it though. But you know what I wanted to speak about is that
uh,
y'all, as we talking about this, This documentary came out last year, right? And they're talking about how ahead AI is, in front of everybody. So you got to think back how far you are. Because even with that, they were saying how technology is rapidly building. It's changing every day, changing every day, changing every day. But you being a human never change. We still crave companionship. We know we got to eat, sleep, you know what I mean? Things like that. So you as a human, just a regular human being, nothing is going to change about you. But this stuff that's constantly in your face, it's just building and building and getting smarter and smarter and smarter. And you as a person can only retain but so much. So how are you going to beat AI if I have an unlimited capacity of getting smarter, but you stop at 50%? You're not going to be able to beat it. So when we talk about or when we talk about this microchip that people think is going to get planted in you, which is it's so weird to me that y'all think that when you actually see that they're shifting every card to have a chip on it. I have cards that's like, oh no, it don't come like that no more. It definitely has a chip. Every last one of my new cards that I'm getting that has money on it has a chip on it now. So why would I need a microchip when I have this chip on your card? Why would I need a microchip in you when you carry your phone everywhere? You could be going late to work and get all the way to work and be like, oh shit, I don't got my phone, and turn your ass right back around and go home to go get that phone. So why would I have to inject this chip in you to keep up with you? You already allowed me to keep up with you. I already keep up with you through your phone. I already keep up with you through your wallet. So much so that your goddamn wallet in your phone now. So I don't have to I don't have to inject you with anything. So when you make these videos and you like, they trying to put it in us, I'm not going to say that they're not, but it's not no tracking device. I tell you that much, because you already being tracked. So when they were saying that, people were saying the other part, they were saying like, they think we're selling their data, or they're selling their data. It's like, it's not in Facebook's interest to sell data. Why would we do that? We're actually just building. We're building you on the other end. You get what I'm saying? So we can predict you and your personality type. So then it made me think about this clone shit. Ain't not creating no fucking human being that look like you and taking the egg and the sperm and growing you in a lab. They not doing that. They're cloning you right from this phone. You're being cloned. All your thoughts, every prediction. So now I can take your brain, which is your phone, and now all I have to do is program it to this robot. Stick the chip in that robot, and that robot is exactly who you are. And now you're cloned. I don't have to make this weird ass, oh, he sits there and he's quiet, it's a Gucci clone. I don't have to do all that. I'm cloning you right here for free with no issues. And so much so that you don't even know that you're being cloned.
You know what you're spending money on?
You everything. And it's like, that's why I be thinking like, man, some of these arguments, you kind of already behind with these arguments. And I want people to understand that more, because it's like, how do you outpace them? And in my mind, it's discouraging, because it's like, you can't. God damn, they had so much of a head start that you can't even do it. So when you hear people say, oh, why can't Black people come up with social media? When they explain that they have computers underground, buildings, all kind of just full of computers, it's like, hold on, how Black people supposed to do that? How are we supposed to get a social media program or social media app that's just for us? When we talking, computers in the ocean? Like, goddamn,
Yeah,
it's that
yeah.
many computers that they built that they had to put the shit in the ocean, and the shit is just running like clockwork in the
What? Yeah.
ocean.
What does that mean? Like they put computers in the ocean. What is that? What
Because
is?
all this shit is ran off of computers. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have a computer that do a certain thing. So this computer, when everybody click the back button, this computer work. When everybody click the forward button, this computer works. So you get what I'm saying? So it's that many computers that's programmed to that many phones, that many computers, that many tablets, that many iPod, everything. You get what I'm saying? Everything that's connected with the internet, we need somewhere else to make it work. So to push out this function and make it work, it got to work on this computer over here. You get what I'm saying? So when I go to say, oh, StreamYard, and before it's done, before I put in the R in stream, it's already popped up. That's a computer working somewhere. You get what I'm saying? So just imagine I'm putting in StreamYard, but it's 50 million other people that's putting in something else. They need those computers to be working to fill that in. You get what I'm saying?
And like I said, that's I think that's another big conclusion I came to is that I'm damn near a dinosaur. I'm damn near a dinosaur.
But we're built to be dinosaurs. It's just technology is that much more advanced than you are. We are all dinosaurs. Like the guy was saying, he was like, damn, as you explaining it, I feel like a lab rat. And the man said, you are a lab rat. We all are lab rats. Like there's nothing different about us. It's the technology that's just above and beyond us that we can't even comprehend what the fuck going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
like I said, it's deep. It's extremely deep, and like I said, I think one big reason why the internet shit is kind of outside of me is because I feel like when you talk about something, if you keep talking about it and not doing nothing, that's a character flaw because you like talking about it. There's act behind everything, and this ain't the place for that. Like you supposed to just talk. But my question to you is, because I don't like it when it seems like we can't win. So what would be the
solution? And even they were talking about it at the end of that documentary. They were saying like the solution is basically to find a balance. You got to find a balance to where you say, which was even interesting that they in this documentary, you guys, even though this is kind of late to say, they were having the people who designed Facebook, Instagram, Google, Uber. They were having people who designed this talk about these apps. We're talking about people who know what the fuck going on, still being addicted to these apps, still being addicted. So much so that they're going back in and writing code to kick them out that they're so addicted. That shit blew my mind. He said, because if you remember, like maybe 2 lives back, what did I say? I said, I always tell pregnant women, this is the devil. When you have a new baby, this phone is the devil because it ain't going to do nothing but eat your goddamn time up. That's what I tell every pregnant woman. When you having that baby, you need to put that shit down. And the guy was saying how he like, damn, I'm in the house. I have 2 new kids. Like, and he said, I'm sneaking off in the pantry, like getting on it. And then he said he went back to work and wrote a code to kick himself out. Like, oh, you on here too much? Get off. It'll just shut down on him and he can't get back in. Now that's him personally doing that. How do you do that? And that's why I said you have to find a balance. You kind of got to go back to when you're about to go operate or do anything on your phone or the computer, you got to go back to like pen and paper and say, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Set it beside you in your face and do 1. Okay, I'm done with that. 2, I'm done with that. 3, done with that. Time to get off. Because if you don't have like some type of structure, then you don't have any balance.
The way that you're explaining it, it seems like when you say it like that, you're it's very easy to look at it like it is a what the fuck is that the shit we read in high school, the
What's that?
the where the it was a whole world in the goddamn cabinet.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about with the where you goddamn the wizard and goddamn you go into the goddamn into the dresser drawer and there's a world in there. Terabithia, the bridge to Terabithia.
No, I've never heard of that book. We didn't read that in high school.
Y'all didn't read that in high school?
No, hey, yo, you from Alabama? No, I'm joking, but no, we didn't.
Did y'all read when a red fern grows?
No.
Oh man, that's great. What did y'all read in high school?
Hey, yo, I don't remember what we read in high school, to be
Oh,
honest, but I know it wasn't those 2 books. The one book, we read Fahrenheit 645. Is that the name of the goddamn book? Whatever the name of the book is, they just made it a movie. But I distinctively remember reading that book because I said, "This is the goddamn future." I was so freaked out when we read that book that like nobody else could understand it, so I just kept my mouth shut. And then it was
yeah.
just like, like, because people read that book. I want to say it's Fahrenheit 645, 647, something like that. And so in the book, did y'all read that book?
We definitely we in Alabama. I gotta
Oh.
say that.
But yeah, like that though. So in that book, it was if you read books, the fire department will come burn your house up if you read books. What they would do was send out scripts to people and no, you gotta read this script and become a part of TV. And be a part of TV. If you do anything other than this, then like you bad for reading books. And that's when
I thought
books go ahead.
that's heavy. I wish we would have read that. I thought Fahrenheit had something to do with the 9/11 shit.
Yeah, I mean he copied the title Fahrenheit 9/11, but that's why I said I think it's like Fahrenheit 645 or some shit like that. Yeah,
Oh,
it's different numbers for the book. So
but I was saying that because in
they
the
saying
British
351. Well, I was completely the hell
in
off.
the British Terabithia, you had to keep a cord so you can
That's not a
remember the way.
documentary. Go ahead.
So you can exactly but you had to keep a cord so you could remember the way back, and that's what you're saying. And so at that point, clone the way you explain that microchip and clone uh Terminator. We look at the destruction of the world as they stepping on skulls and they shooting us down, but
Mm-hmm.
they're shooting us stuff that they're kind of freezing and they're killing us when they shoot us with the stuff that makes us our clone self stay online. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy to get lost in this place that you have to actually write down directions to get you back home. I'm
Mm.
gonna I'm gonna download this song. I'm gonna get this editing gear, and I'm gonna upload this goddamn YouTube video. You have to actually write down the directions and keep that
Mm-hmm.
that you can find your way home. Because if you don't have no directions, then you will get lost in here and ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? Where you might go. Um, you know, we're gonna have to talk about porn also. We're gonna have to talk about porn as I've been looking at that chapter, that YouTube channel. A lot of the violence that takes place, it has to do with porn. Shout out to DJ from Olive Leaf Extract. He said that pornography is the first perversion of the mind. A lot
Mm.
of serial killers and murderers, the dude in fucking wherever that was, where he took his helmet and hit the girl, the 14-year-old girl that was riding a bike, he had been watching porn all day long. This is extremely important because, and we going to get into this one of these days, but this is what I was talking about with Brim is like, after a nigga be in bus, get this goddamn phone away from me. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Right,
have
right,
no
right.
use for this shit no more, this nasty bitch. Get
Yeah,
this
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to see it no more. But it's motherfuckers who can watch that and just, you know what I'm saying? How can you watch that all day? That's an interactive goddamn, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to interact with that shit and then jump the fuck out. But he was watching that all day, and then he got on his bike, saw a little girl riding her bike. He was on a motorcycle, and he killed her. He
Mm.
killed her, because his mind was perverted. Um, I think that has and there's no man, and this and you know, as we keeping it real, let me say this. Don't know. I'm saying this to everybody.
Okay.
Now, if you are a woman and you showing me you, then we can do that. But if you a nigga, I don't need you to send me no video, man. Look how bad this bitch is. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, it was a nigga who sent me some shit on some bitch, and I guess she was doing what he called a fertility dance. And you know what I'm saying? But and that type of shit will throw you the fuck off. That's why I tell niggas, like, that shit will, that'll make you answer the phone, that'll make you pick the phone up and call somebody that you shouldn't. I
Mhm.
like to really just stay focused. But as a man online, look, it can go like this. You can be on I download YouTube videos from um YTCP3, some shit
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And after you hit download, a pop-up pops up. Same thing with Pixel Lab. Once you hit
Mhm.
export, a pop-up pops up. Sometimes when you're on the internet and you hit that, like, it'll be a bitch pop up. Oh, Mandy's only 2 miles away. She wants to meet, you know what I'm saying? Shit like
Uh-huh.
that. And obviously, that's bullshit, whatever, but that's to get you to another site to take you into something that you will probably want, like some porn and shit like that. You have to be very careful, that you don't get. That's big. That's extremely big. Um, Certain shit on, it could be Instagram or just the internet in general. It will shoot porn up. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not a certain type of person, you'll continue to watch that shit.
Mhm.
Um, and I think, like I said, I think that's more of a man thing. Do you ever see that on your phone?
What is it? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen all that kind of stuff on my phone. Uh-huh.
The porn stuff?
Yeah. When you cuz and that's a part of the algorithm. Just if you watch porn on your phone, and I have, yeah, it'll pop back up on in your ads, cuz you know your when they were saying everything is being recorded about you. So yeah, everything that you do, because sometimes sometimes it don't always be porn. Sometimes it's a shoe ad, Nike, Adidas, whatever, like you've been on the most. That sometimes that's the ad they'll be on. So lately, no, I haven't been seeing porn ads, but they do pop up.
I,
Hey,
I, I, I and it's I should have known that because Ewing's Athletic. Have you ever seen that? Ewing Athletic?
no, because no, but I mean it's a shoe, but no, I never seen it pop up for me.
It always, I mean, that's where I buy my shoes from, and it always pop up.
Cause that's where you buy your shoes from. You buy your shoes
Yeah,
off your phone. So
yeah.
Foot Locker and stuff pops up for me. Yep.
Mm,
It's just your algorithm being read. So yeah,
and they
with
always
that.
talk, and that's real good programming because every time that shit pop up, I'm looking through it to see what new Ewins came out.
And that's why you sold for 0.00008 point of a cent, however you would say it,
Because
because we bought you for that low, and you just came over here and spent $150.
mm-hmm,
Ding.
mm,
So so we did it. So I gave Facebook, let's say I gave Facebook $1 million, and I said, all right, y'all, get some eyes on me. Right? So I gave them $1 million. I said, get some eyes on me. I made back 20 million. So now I'm about to go in with the 10. I'm about to give them 10
mm.
million and give me some more eyes. I bring back 100 million. Now I'm like, oh, I'm putting 50 on this shit. Give me some more eyes. And they just collecting people, and they collecting people, and they coming to me, and they coming to me, and I'm able to spend with them and give them more money to create more ads to keep Ayo coming back, because he keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. Whereas
I
if
don't
you
even
did
wear
it,
them damn shoes. That shit so. I don't even wear them damn shoes, man. Them
because if
shoes.
you did it, and this is a good point, good part about, you got to have a great balance. Because say you see the Ewings, right, and you don't buy them off your phone, but you go to the store and buy them. Now the algorithm don't know that you went to go actually purchase them from the store, but they know you purchase them when you on your phone. You get what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, but then they can still get you if you wave your phone over the thing,
Or your card.
or your card. If your card is attached to your phone, it's still a part of it. But if you oh shit, I got the cash out. Now I go pay for them. And now that's still the middleman of them not knowing. So that's another thing where people think about a chip and, oh, they going to change money, and money, the dollar don't mean nothing anymore. No, the dollar's still going to be a dollar. It's just, it's not going to be physical paper anymore. It's not going to be dollars and cents anymore. It's going to be, I said you had $300 million in your account. You believe it's $300 million in there, and that's what you see. I don't need you to say, oh, I have $1 million or I have $3 million. You just have to see it to believe it now. And
That's
once we
it.
give you those numbers, you believe it, and there you go.
That's that Federal Reserve shit at 1972 shit. But I was gonna say also, um, the motherfucking phone told me last time I went to E Wing. It's a food place in
Okay.
Mobile. It's a wing place. They told me last time I went there and everything.
Mm.
Yeah, that shit was heavy. Like it's a lot of shit with it. Um,
Hold on. Somebody said the GPS on, they still know where you been. True. But if I have cash, they don't know what I bought with my cash. They don't know what I bought with my cash. I could have bought a goddamn Slurpee and a pretzel. Just because I'm in that vicinity, that don't mean that they know what I'm buying when I have cash. But now when I go to pay with the card or with my phone, yeah, they know what I have. I mean, they know what I bought, and it's a part of the algorithm. So the GPS means nothing when you have cash. And even that's even I didn't even think about that point, but that just make it that much more deep, how they're getting rid of cash, and the Mr. 19 and everything is nasty.
what is Miss 19?
COVID. I don't even want to say it so they
Oh
don't
shit!
strike me. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Like,
how did you get that out of that?
because I
Oh,
just,
okay, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
because
Uh,
it was just Mr. 19. Mr. 19.
that's
I was
heavy.
just saying it to say it.
Yeah, that's good right there. Well, and like I said, man, man, when I started this goddamn diet, man, I'm goddamn. I just started it yesterday, so I've been eating on these good pineapples right here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like they got them filling me up, goddamn. But this
But
shit,
they are. Drink some water behind it and keep it
yeah,
pushing.
yeah, he was, but yeah, nah, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy. How heavy, um, how heavy this internet thing is. I just don't see how it can end good.
Oh yeah. I'm laughing because this nigga still trying to battle me. They still know what he's saying. They still know the store. Are you not understanding what I'm saying? Do you see how the transaction stops at cash? How do you not understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm being tracked. I'm being followed. Yes, I'm in the store. They see me moving around, but they can't tell any of the purchases that I'm making when I have cash. They can only tell the purchases that I'm making when it's attached to a card or my phone. I don't see how you missing it.
Pull them up
So
on stage.
uh, nah, I'm straight.
Put that nigga ass up there on stage, goddamn it. But no, like I said, what movie do you feel would be a good one for next week?
I wouldn't know. This one's just so deep. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah, that's
haven't watched too many uh documentaries that we can expound on so much because I like documentaries the most. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, as I started this, I was saying, all that Karen Civil bullshit. That ain't the type of shit I like to talk about. If me and Ayo talked on the phone plenty of times, and this is more my speed. I like to talk more about this stuff. It's just like somebody was saying, like negativity rise to the top, and it really don't. It really don't. I mean, it do, but it don't. You got to do it. They got to be willing to put your thing out there.
Oh yeah, hell no, yeah.
They
You
got to
can't,
be willing to
you,
put your thing
yeah,
out there.
you can't just talk about fucking love and hip hop and go to the top. Like, no,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
because
if
it's so. Because you go ahead.
that's not no guarantee at all. That's not no
No
guarantee at all.
guarantee.
Yeah, like the first thing that I tell people is that um you have to be yourself. I always tell them that you want to be that person that they either love or hate. Um, that way that whoever comes in, you get an extreme. So if they hate you, they'll hit the dislike, and that way you can work into the algorithm because that's an interaction. But you don't want to be on the middle where she right and she wrong. You don't do all that goddamn say it is what type. But so many people are scared because they don't know what's cool to say, and
Mm-hmm.
they'll sway with whatever. Um, feel how you feel. Always be open to a better understanding and go from there.
Yeah,
Go
we
from
were.
there.
Somebody said watch the Matrix. Nah. That's why this social dilemma documentary is just so deep because I don't. That's like today's
You, you,
Matrix.
you would have exactly because you would have to make parallels with the Matrix because it's a fictional movie. Um, with this one right here, they're telling you something that's happening that you can see in your family and in your home.
Did you see that part where they were saying that like and how you was bringing up the Terminator thing and they said people think that AI is going to come through and like basically defeat the strongest of human abilities. So they think they're going to come through and make robots and drones and drop bombs and shit on us and it's just going to be that easy. But he said it's a stage that comes way before that is that when we can attack your weaknesses. Once AI can attack your weaknesses, so they know you emotionally, which is your weakness. They know if you're
Mm,
going to be radical. They know if you're going to be emotional. They know if you're going to move, do anything, be physical with it. Once they attack that already. So when we got your weaknesses, we kind of already predict how you're going to move. So we don't really have to conquer you and be strong. We don't have
Mm,
to come drop bombs because we know that
mm.
you are a people that you and the people who think like you are people that's not going to do anything. You might say a few things on the internet. You might even go to a protest, but you're going to be back at work Monday. So
Yeah, it is.
I don't
Yeah,
have
it is.
to do,
And
I don't,
and that that's how you infiltrate anything. You don't infiltrate with the strongest person. You infiltrate through the weakest person. As long as I get inside, I've done my job.
and
That like I said, that shit is crazy. It's real heavy. Um, like I said, I want to I really. So you've never seen that chapter before?
what chapter?
That chapter. That it's a
Oh,
show.
no, 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 no.
That shit is heavy. We're gonna have to talk
You
about
said
that.
it's about murder and stuff. And
It to me it is about it's like a detective who done it, but it's in real life. But I think it really explains the nature of white people. To me,
I
it does.
don't.
It really does.
Yeah, if you want to talk about an episode of it, we can. The reason I don't like focusing on a lot of murder, death, kill type of stuff is because
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
annoyed it, and like
yeah.
you said, I'm violent and like
Ah, ah,
you know,
ah, ah.
I'm not
Yeah,
violent in that manner, but I
yeah,
get annoyed it, so I'll be like, listening. What what's that? What's going on?
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
up. I'm up. Go check the
yeah.
doors. Go to at and it's like, goddamn, you already don't get no sleep. When
Real
when
talk.
when the street light go out on the street, you don't want to wake up from that. So, and
Real
that's
talk.
how sensitive murder, death, kill type of shit make me. It make me even more like, get your
And,
ass up because you don't want to be.
and you know what? It's been you the second girl that said that with the first 48. Um, I don't know why that is. Um,
What?
I can look at it like it's just like a show, but I think women take it more serious.
Yeah, with you saying that, um, I would speak to women and ask them, "Oh, like what's one of your favorite shows?" And damn near 100%, every woman would say Law and Order, SVU. And I
Mm,
say, "How do you watch that?" I was then ask them like, "Are you single?" And they would be like, "Yeah." And I would say, "Well, how the fuck do you live alone?" "Yeah." "How do you watch that? Like, how do
mm,
you watch that shit?" And the reason that made me shift to stop watching it, because I stopped watching it years ago, because everybody be like, "Oh yeah, I watch it." I'm like, I don't watch that rapey shit, because rape happens. Yes, we know that. But when you watch a show, it make it seem like it's happening every day, and it might
yeah.
be, but oh shit,
Mm,
it's gonna be me next. It make you feel that way. So
mm,
when I was in a relationship around 2010, 2011, when we broke up, he moved out, and I was watching it because I used to watch the shit too, like heavily like that. And I was watching it, and I couldn't stop getting up out of the room. We broke up. Now he gone. He not in the. And I would go look at my doorknob, like, is that motherfucker moving? And then I'll be like, okay, let me go lay down. Let me lay down. Come back out. Is that motherfucker twisting? Go check the windows. And I said, nah, I can't keep watching this shit. I gotta turn this
yeah.
shit
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
Turn
Yeah.
this shit off. And that's
That.
why, even just being strategic, and that's why, check out, I
Yeah.
might need therapy too, because even
Yeah.
with that, I I've always moved like that. Like, if I lived in an apartment, I could never live on the floor. I can't live on the bottom row. I gotta live in an apartment that's 3, 4. You know what I mean? Like, that's in the. I gotta have my own door now, but I have to live on second floor, third floor, floor four type of shit. I can't live on the ground.
So, yeah.
I
So you
don't I
can't just.
don't want a motherfucker peeking in my window. And so it kind of relieves that kind of paranoia that a motherfucker standing right outside my window when I live on the third floor. Ain't nobody
Understood.
looking in these windows.
Yeah. I got it. And I think obviously, like I said, I'm definitely it's cameras everywhere, and that's what the dogs are for. That's exactly what they're for.
Mm-hmm.
That um he can't even come out the studio without them barking. Like they gonna bark on nobody coming down here, and that's but this Alabama, and this is family property.
Uh-huh.
To get down here, you would really have to want to, and then you know. But yeah, that's real shit though. But like I said, it is scary though. It's because it's just like as a child, you think about your children and how unparanoid they are.
Mm-hmm.
So they won't be. I set up shit. I set shit up to where I can be alerted if anybody comes around. It's not just because a nigga looking out for the police. It's just for anything.
Right.
Um, I have to be protected on all ends in order to sleep.
Right.
There's no way that you can get inside this house. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's too because it's too many of them. It's too many cameras. It's gonna be too loud. Um, and that's crazy. But children they do childish things, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes childish mistakes can have grown up repercussions.
Somebody asked me, "Are you scared of the dark?" And this is how I unprepared some people are. If you know about the dark versus the light, no, I'm not scared of the dark. I'm not scared of the dark. The house is pitch black dark because when you have any kind of light on, you open your eyes automatically is trying to adjust to that light. So when you sleep in the complete dark, your eyes does not have to meet that light. So when you open your eyes, you can see shadows and you can see movement. If I have my TV on in the room because I'm so scared of the dark, if I do that and somebody's coming in my room, I don't know who the fuck coming in. I can't even see the shadows because my eyes are adjusting to this TV first before it's adjusting to what's actually happening in the room. So just a tip
Mm,
for those who sleep in the with TVs and lights and shit on. If you are a paranoid type of person, then you need to turn that shit off and sleep in the darkness because your eyes don't have to adjust when they open. I can see everything in the dark because I was already in the dark with my eyes closed.
mm.
And now that I'm open, I'm like, okay, yep, that's still a square mirror on the that's still that. But what the fuck is this? What it okay, go for it, type
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah. I think I sleep with the TV on. It's become a habit. Because first, because I feel safe inside. That is, but I feel like the TV's on because I don't want to hear my thoughts, and
Mm.
that's the only way I can do that. Because if I sleep in the darkness, I'm not going to sleep.
Somebody said, "Oh, nah, Katrina, get you a Glock 42." We know you knew over here, Wayne.
Who was that?
Some dude named Wayne. Get you a Glock 42, baby girl. You late. You late on the train with saying something like that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he just got
Yeah,
here.
you just knew over here.
They go
And
them
Glocks
niggas
ain't
that
even my
got here.
style. I told you when I went to go shoot that snub nose at 357. Woo. I just fell in love.
Mm,
That motherfucker was the best thing I ever had in my hand smoking. And it was just like, oh, get that. So I went and got me Taurus. So I got me a snub nose. So I feel like that's my favorite gun. I don't need a lot of this shit look cool. Nah, I just want to get your ass up off me and get on with my day. I think a lot of people buy guns because of the style and things like that. And oh, the rapper said it was cool. I'm gonna go get me an
mm.
AK. Nah, I ain't
Draco.
gotta do. Yeah, I ain't gotta
Dra-
do all that. I just gotta. I need something to put some distance in between us.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Lay you down. Don't get because that's why everybody was like, that's a little 22. Like Niggas is acting like they just about to run through the 22. Like, nigga,
Real
that
talk.
shit's still a gun. Like, it ain't like they hit you with a goddamn paper ball.
Here you
Like,
at, D.
your
That
ass
20.
still getting hit with bullets. But yeah, yeah. What's next week's topic, Ayo?
We talking about porn and how evil white people live. Y'all make sure
Porn.
y'all tune in.
What's
Y'all
the,
make
what's
sure
the,
y'all tune in. We talking about that goddamn porn. We talking about them evil white folks. Y'all already know what it is.
Yeah, but stay on top of it though, Ayo.
I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have something good for you tonight. If I don't die from fucking hunger, yeah. So like I said,
You ain't gonna damn die. Yay, man. You better get you some vitamins.
yeah, I'm gonna have to, man, because this, like I said, this day one. This is day one. This is
Oh,
truly day.
okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
always the hardest.
yeah. Yesterday I threw away all. Ain't no sugar here at all.
Yeah.
So that's why I got my pineapple and shit. But nah, I'm a Zoom pass. I'm a Zoom pass.
Fucked up. That's fucked up.
I'm about to relapse. But nah, yeah, man, we got. If y'all on the Patreon, y'all know we got stuff we gotta do, man. I gotta handle my business,
Yeah,
man.
hey, yo. Hey man, I don't. That's crazy. Did you get to put the IG live on? No, you haven't. I ain't seen it shoot through.
Which one? The one we
The
did the other
last
night?
one y'all did the other morning.
It's deleted.
Yeah. That shit was.
Yeah, it's deleted.
It was on point.
And you know that's what I came up with the new thing with. But like I said, we're gonna get to it. But no,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you whenever it'll be something good. We'll have something good for y'all next Saturday. Every
right.
Saturday, a month of Saturdays, we here, man. Get your
All
mind
right, then,
right.
hey, yo.
All right, let's do it.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a month of Saturdays. That's the end of the show. Thank you. T ain't gonna help nothing. Sharon, I'm in the comments. You an overthinker. Hey, T don't help. T ain't gonna help you when somebody on that dough. Nah, I don't need no T. My pistol helped me sleep just fine. But that's a y'all go check out Social Dilemma if you gotta run that and then run this live back and you just see everything that we was talking about so you can understand it more. Like I said, I've watched this 6 or 7 times now. I want to say 5 or 6. Let me say 5 or 6. And I find something new and something that just blows my mind every single time I watch it. But this has been another episode of A Month of Saturdays. Every Saturday, 6:30 EST. Me and Ayo are going to be on here chopping it up. Thank you and have a good rest of the day. It's still early in California.